All right, so sales tip number 2. We've talked about the approach, good body posture. You know, they're going to judge a book by its cover. How do you look? How are you presenting yourself? How are you going to start the conversation? How are you going to connect with the customer? So much of sales, good sales, is relationship based. That's why Facebook has worked so well for it. It works because people already had some form of relationship with you on Facebook. They might know your family. They might see things you've done. There's a little bit of a connection there. Not nearly as intimate as family and friends. Not nearly as intimate as people that really have known you face to face. But Facebook and online social media is a social connection. So when you're out blitzing, or when you're out, or even think about this when you're working your Facebook business, is connecting. How are you going to connect with a person? When I did furniture sales, a lot of my connection was find a common ground. I have a lot of interests on a lot of subjects. I'm all over the place. Well-read. There's a lot of things I can talk about. And so when I did sales, furniture sales, and I've sold other things, including other herbal products, you know, the biggest thing was find common ground. You know, this person is going to connect with me if we find common ground. I have a better chance of them believing me what I say, hearing what I have to say if I connect. So I believe that the best salespeople are relationship-based, relationship selling. And a lot of people know. They've been dealing with salespeople so long, and especially in America, they know when you're selling something that's going to only benefit you, or you're selling something that's going to benefit them. They'll know if you're genuine or not. So we know that the It Works products are awesome and they work. I wear this It Works shirt. I got stopped this morning at breakfast, and they were like telling me how much they love greens, and in front of a guy that just told me he hated network marketing, and he wasn't hearing anything I had to say about It Works. Because of this t-shirt, 2 people, I don't know, I think they were friends, 2 women came up and said, I love the greens, I love the thermofit, do you have a card? And I didn't have a card because she already told me that she had a girl that she used in Nashville. So, you know, I'm careful not to step on anyone else's turf. Side note, if you're out there and you're selling the It Works products and you're not pitching the loyal customer program, you may lose a customer, because when they find out they can get this product 40% off and you've never told them because you wanted to sell the product at full price and get some quick cash, you know, you may lose a potential loyal customer. They may be mad at you. So be honest. You know, if you're always out selling and the only person you're thinking about is you're going to eventually fail as a salesperson. I mean, you know, that negative stereotype about used car salesmen, etc., that's out there, that was developed because so many people are in sales that are selfish with the way they're doing sales. So I don't want to sell anything unless it's going to benefit the person. I have had people come in to buy furniture from me, and I've told them it's either garbage or they could get it cheaper somewhere else. I'm always honest to a fault with my customers, because I want to build repeat business and I want to build loyalty. So, connection. If you're going to connect with a customer, it's very important that you find common ground. So what do? I ask a lot of questions. You know, I don't come up and go, hey, I got this great product, you want to see it, and then, you know, you lose rep, and then Fat Fighters and Thermofit, and I don't throw up on them. Don't do that. You know, if I'm out blitzing, I'm going to say, hey, I'm out promoting my business. Do you like energy drinks? No. Yes. Okay, well, then if they don't like energy drinks, I go right to greens. I don't like to ask yes or no questions in sales unless I have an out on either question. So if they say yes, I like energy drinks, then I'm going to pitch my energy drink. If they say no, I don't like energy drinks, then I'm going to go right to greens. So either way, the yes or no answer leads into a sale. You know, I can give them some product information. But, you know, the connection part is, you know, if I'm out blitzing, let's say I'm out blitzing, and I introduce the product. But after that, after I give them a drink, or I do whatever, it's not from there. Then we get on some common ground. I'll ask them questions about, well, my husband likes energy drinks. Oh yeah, what does your husband do? Oh, my husband's a welder. That's great. Does he weld aluminum or steel? Or aluminum. That's a tough job. I mean, I hear these guys that weld aluminum, and that's lots more difficult. You gotta be a pretty good welder, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Talk about what you know. Find a common ground. And I love doing that. If I'm walking around with a person, it was funny when I was selling furniture. I would tell people I was a number one or two salesperson every month. I'd say I don't ever talk about furniture. I talk about the customer. I talk about them. What I want to get to know somebody. So when you're out, sales tip number 2 is out to connect. Find common ground. What are they interested in? What are their hobbies? Most people will wear it. Obviously, It Works is a great name for a company, and people will ask us what works. I love that. I love that because they've done the work for you. You've already got an open connection with the customer. So when I come up, I'll see somebody wearing. I did some energy drinks to a bunch of guys standing around. One guy was wearing a Deadpool T-shirt. Okay, I used to be a comic book guy. I was like, hey man, I bet you can't wait for that movie to come out. Boom, connection. That guy was all of a sudden wanted to hear about what we talked about. Deadpool, we talked about Marvel, Stan Lee a little bit, and then hey, right back into, do you guys drink energy drinks? What kind? Red Bull. Okay, you know that Sugar Crash? Yeah. Do you know this energy drink doesn't do that? What? Simple as that. Connection. If you're talking to somebody, and most people, when I was doing sales at the furniture store, I had the benefit of seeing people pull up in their car. And you can judge a lot by somebody by what they drive. So somebody would pull up and say a Lexus, and I'd be like, what do you think about that Lexus? And we'd talk about their car. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm, an engineer. I used to have fun. I used to guess people's careers. I was pretty good at it. I'd talk to them for a few minutes, and I'd say, you're an engineer, you're a school teacher, you're an art history major. I got pretty good at judging that. It's just from getting to know people. So be real observant. So, what do you do for a career? And then you might hear something. What's your favorite place to travel? Well, we just got back from Ireland. Hey, we're planning a trip on Ireland. What can you tell me about Ireland? I will talk about them way more than I'll talk about the product. Because I know from body language if they're interested, if they're listening to me about the product. Most people will shut you down pretty quick. No, I don't want to hear that. So if I get the shut down, that doesn't mean no to me. No means keep going. Listen to me. No means keep going. If I hear no, I stop talking about the product. Now I want to know about the person. And at the end of the conversation, and if I've connected with this person, they still might not be interested in the product, but they may know somebody that would be. Like, hey, it was fun talking to you. I had a good time. Do you know anybody that would be interested in this? Well, I got my sister's trying to lose weight, and she's been having a hard time. She you know what? She might be interested. Okay, well, what's your sister's name? Here's my card, or I don't like to drop the card. I'm a big fan of friend me on Facebook. Remember back in junior high, for us older people, you get those letters, do you like me, yes, no? And then the people that weren't good at sales would put maybe on there. Don't ever do that. It's a yes or no. You like me? Maybe. That you can't go anything with maybe. That just keeps your hope alive. It's kind of like no anyway. So, will you be my friend on Facebook? Most people are going to say, yeah, sure. And this is how I pitch it. Okay, we made a connection. I want to keep making connection to this person because I've heard numerous times people will watch us for 2 or 3 years before they become a loyal customer. They're waiting to see. They're waiting to see if it's real or not. They're waiting to see if you're genuine or not. So I ask them, hey, would you become a friend with me on Facebook? Most people are going to say yes. And this is how I say it. How would you like to follow my It Works adventure, my business, and all the cool things we're doing? You just got to friend me on Facebook, and you can watch all the stuff that's going on. Okay, it's very non-committal. It's non-invasive. Most people are fine with that. And then you have a chance to continue to connect with somebody on social media. So sales tip number 2, I know I rattled on a little bit. Sales tip number 2 is to make a connection. Find a common ground. It works.